You're watching Spooky Noodles channel. Subscribe or be my victim.
Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy, Spooky Noodles, and I am back with another video. Today we're doing a book mail video, and there's not much else to really say. I did not really think I was gonna get a box today, but I totally forgot a while back I bought this box of books from Tony, and finally came. So yeah, I'm here and excited to talk about the box of books I got. And honestly, I don't really recall the box of books that I got. There's one book in there I do recall buying. But yeah, let's just hop into the book mail. So, I got this bag of books, and we will go through it. So first, we're going to pull out the first book I have here, which is Tales from a Talking Board. And then it has a Ouija board. That's a really cool cover. Really cool cover. I like it. And yeah, I don't even know who's in this, but it sounds like a really good anthology. I'm not sure if it is a good anthology. I've seen only like one review, and it was a negative review. But still, even though I don't think I've heard of any of these authors, it could still be a really good anthology. And it just looks so cool, so had to give it a shot, so I got it. Alright, next we have Rodman Pilbrick's and Lynn Harnett's Abduction. Here Now No Escape. So I got it based on the cover alone. It looks like an alien-themed horror story. Looking forward to reading this. Let me read the synopsis, though, for you guys. Strange things are happening to Mandy Durgan. She cannot remember where she spends the night. Every morning she wakes up with a total memory blackout. And yet, images flash through her waking mind. Dark probing eyes, cold disturbing hands, cryptic churning sounds. Aliens. Mandy is not alone. Luke Ingram has also been disappearing. Together, Mandy and Luke must resist their captors before it's too late. Because when the aliens arrive on Earth, no one will be safe. And that is Abduction. Sounds like a really good, fun story about aliens. I love aliens, anything to do about aliens. So, had to get this book. The font is pretty big in this book. And it comes in at 312 pages, so this looks like it's going to be one of those faster reads, like 312 pages, but the font's pretty big, so I think I can get through that book relatively quickly. If I read 10 pages a day, I'll get it done in 30 days, get it done in like a month. That's what I've been doing lately, is I've been reading one chapter every morning, and if I can do more, I do more, but lately I've been reading like 10 to 15 pages a day, so that's been awesome. So, this one is actually, I already own this book, but my copy is probably in worse condition. But now that I'm looking at it, both the spines look very similar. But I know my book is in worse condition, so Dark Silence by Tala. This book is a monster of a book coming in. I mean, the font is big in this book, though. I will give it that. But this book comes in at 477 pages. And Tala is one of those authors that I really enjoyed one book by them, so I bought all their books. Now, will I enjoy all their books? Probably not, but I'm really hoping that I will like a lot of them. I do have one book by him that I'm not really interested in. It's a short story collection. It's called Bedbugs, I believe. I'm not really interested in that book, but it's like the most pristine Tala book I have, so yeah, but yeah, so I'll read the synopsis to you guys, and then we'll move on. November 1694. Rachel Parsons, an accused witch, is hanged at the gallows tree in Summerfield, Maine. Before she dies, she curses all who live on her land. Her words end with the creak of the rope as the ladder is pulled out from under her. Autumn 1963. A retarded boy is chased into the old abandoned mill, but it is one of his tormentors who ends up at the bottom of a shaft. Summer 1994. Brian Fraser has heard the stories about the old mill. They say it's haunted, filled with the whisperings of lost souls, cursed by their horrible things that happened there long ago, including something that his own father won't talk about. But Brian is drawn to the mill, drawn to an evil so hideous, so apocalyptic, it threatens his own sanity. It threatens one's sanity. Dark Silence. Horror master Rick Tala has penned a novel so compelling, so terrifying that it will lift the hairs at the back of your neck, in the chilling tradition of Dean Koontz and Robert McCammon. So there you go. I have never read the synopsis to that book, I don't think, and that sounds tremendously good. So, next book we have is, very good condition. This is Second Fire by Robert C. Wilson. And if you don't know who Robert C. Wilson is, it's okay. I understand. He's only written like 3 books. This is one of them. This is actually, I think, a sequel. A sequel to Crooked Tree, maybe? I think this is the sequel to it. Second Fire. I could be wrong, though. There's also one called Ice Fire, which this might be the sequel to that book. I'm not really sure. But, let's see. Oh, here we go. No, my bad. This is the sequel to Ice Fire. And then he also wrote Crooked Tree, which is the one I really want to read, is Crooked Tree. But, Robert C. Wilson is a local author in Ann Arbor. I went to a bookstore and they had signed copies of his hardcover edition. And your boy had to pick it up because I love supporting anybody from Michigan. So this book comes in at 372 pages and the font is tiny, y'all. So this could be even a longer book than it shows. Oh, let me read the back to you. Fire, blazing, consuming, feeding. A hunter touched by its hunger, scorched by its jaws, and eaten alive. A family stalked as human prey, chased, cornered, and clawed by predatory flames. A force as old as the Indian legends, as primal as fear itself, and as painful as it is beautiful. Second Fire. It has life of its own. Yours. So, yeah. And the last book we have here, let me get it out, is Alan Scott's The Anthrax Mutation. And, it says at the top here, in the tradition of the Andromeda strain, a chilling novel of a laboratory accident and its horrifying consequences. So, obviously the green pages on the side are very cool to me. This book just looks very cool to me. Is it going to be a good book? I don't know. It's probably going to be just like William Johnstone's book, Bats. That one, I love books with bats on the cover. I can't help it. Like I can't help it. I love bats on covers. I love bats. I realized I loved bats when I went to Mammoth Cave or Cove, and I forget what it's called. I think it's Mammoth Cave, and they have like cricket spider things, cave crickets, and I don't like those things. But if you go deeper into the cave, you can find bats, and I like bats. Bats are cool. I went to a bat exhibit in here in Michigan somewhere. We went to a museum and they had a bat exhibit at the time, but unfortunately funding was not good, so they lost their thing and they had to send the bats elsewhere to new places. But I love bats. Bats are cool. So when I see bats on a cover, I immediately am drawn to it. So I saw this in Second Fire by Robert C. Wilson, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get these covers. So this book comes in at, and the font's a normal size, maybe a little small, but $3.19. And honestly, I don't know if these green or bluish turquoise edges are actually a part of the book. It looks like someone painted the edges. Like, it's really cool. But you have this acknowledgments, prologue, section 1, the invasion, section 2, detection and the offensive, section 3, attack, section 4, outcome, and an epilogue. So that looks like this book takes place throughout 3 days. That's crazy to me. But, let me read the back for you guys. flight of Anthrax. The explosion was one of those cruel acts of fate for which man never prepares. When the walls of the remote research center blew sky high, the 1,500 experimental bats carrying the deadly anthrax bacillus, anyways, were released into the atmosphere. Bacillus? Within minutes, death claimed the entire population of Strumford. There had been no time to alert the authorities. But one man, staying in the next town, witnessed the explosion on the hill with growing terror. Major Glenn Thomas had been given a top-secret briefing on the anthrax experiment that very day. He was now the only man alive who knew of the bats and their bizarre potential. Annihilation of the human race. A science chiller to rival the Andromeda strain. A novel as horrifyingly plausible as the world we live in. I don't know how plausible it is, but yeah, I'm looking very forward to one day reading this one by Alan Scott. Just because it has bats on it, honestly. I'm not going to lie, it's the bats that give it away for me. I love bats. And I'm going to be honest, William W. Johnstone's bats, now that I've had some time to think about it, it wasn't that bad. I think I gave it 2 stars, and it does deserve 2 stars. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I think I made it out to be worse than it was, They had some scenes that pissed me off for sure, but the bat scenes were pretty cool in that book. So I'm hoping this one is going to be similar to that, but better. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And that is my book mail video. We got some good books here. We got an alien book, 2 bat books, and the Tala book. And then we have an anthology of Ouija board stuff. So, yeah. That's it for me. That's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm probably going to get some reading done. I know I'm still reading Aftershock by Robert W. Walker. I almost said Wilson. Robert W. Walker. Loving it so far. It's a very fun book. I do have some questions that I might have missed or something. I'm not sure. I've been reading this book pretty quickly. I've been reading a chapter every morning. And I like my reading time in the morning. So I'm trying to wake up earlier and earlier so I can get that reading time. Because soon I'm going to start work at 7 o'clock. And it's like a 45-minute drive. So I have to get up at 5:30, just to get ready. And I'm not really looking forward to that part of work. But I am looking forward to meeting new people and making money. So, yeah, I'm on chapter 13 here, which is on page 177. The next chapter is 15 pages, so it's going to be a longer chapter, but we're getting close. We have like 72 pages left in this book, and it's a fun time. It's a really fun book, and I gotta say, though, this grotesque thing on the cover looks a lot like the creature in the book. Like, I am imagining something similar to this. But it's missing its claws. Like, this thing had claws. So, I don't know if it changes and he gets, like, this metal hand or something like that. But, I remember, like, in the book, it says it has claws. So, that's the one thing about the cover that's kind of got me kind of cock-headed, or whatever. Cocking my head, I should say. Because, like, the cover's got the face spot on, like, yeah, that's totally the monster. But I'm wondering if something's going to change in the next 72 pages. But yeah, 72 pages left in this book. Not bad. I haven't read a book like this in a long, long time. I haven't read a book like over 200 pages in quite some time. And I'm doing really well. I've been enjoying my novellas lately. Novellas have been my sweet spot to read at. So yeah. So after Aftershock by Robert W. Walker, I'm gonna be reading. What's the dang title? Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. So the next book I'm going to read after Aftershock is Tony Evans' Better You Believe, a collection of horror. And I have had troubles in the past with short story or anthologies, short story collections and anthologies. I have had success in the past reading short stories and collections and anthologies, but honestly, lately it's been hard. So, because they don't usually grab my attention, but I am gonna give this one a try because it's my good friend, first of all, and the book looks so gosh darn beautiful. Like, wow, it looks really pretty. So, and yeah, so I'm gonna be reading this one after Aftershock, and then after this one, I'll be reading Amalgam by Mike Duke, and that will be for research purposes for my story. No, I'm just kidding. I will, well, I mean, partially joking, that is, I mean, I am writing a science fiction horror story, which, it would benefit if I read a lot of science fiction or science fiction horror, because blending the two genres is hard for me, because right now, as it is, it's like, I'm writing a really good science fiction story, but I'm not really being necessarily gory, or it's not exactly horrifying. So I think it leans more towards the science fiction side of things, but it is horror. So I am a horror writer, for instance, so like it's going to be leaning towards the horror side of things, but it's kind of surprising that right now I'm struggling with the horror aspect of this story, but I digress. It would be nice to read a science fiction horror story, which is Amalgam by Mike Duke, but I know I really want to read Better You Believe by Tony Evans. First of all, he's a good friend of mine. Second of all, it's a beautiful looking book. And third of all, well, I promised I would. Yeah. So I'm going to read that one. It's such a beautiful book. I really am proud of my friend for making such a good looking book. Hopefully my upcoming novella will look okay. I have a new novelette coming out called The Chilean Centipede. That should be out very shortly here. My editor's going to look at the edits and one more time, and then she's going to send them to me, and then I've already got it formatted and stuff. She might format it, though. I'm not really sure. If she does format it, I'll send her all the stuff so she can format it. If she doesn't, I think I have it all already formatted, so we'll see. I got my hair. See this hair? I need a haircut so badly. It's just horrible stuff. But yeah, it's going well reading. I've literally read a chapter every single day for the past like 6 days, and I've been sticking to a routine lately. So I've been getting ready for the day every morning at a certain time before 7, and hopefully I can get down to 5:30 before the 9th of February, but we'll see. I'll be working from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'll be working like 11-hour shifts, so it will all equal up to like 36 hours, which is the minimum for a full-time employee. And I'm really looking forward to it, working with new people, and just being in a work environment and making that money, because I have anthologies to release, and the anthologies are doing really good. We're almost breaking even with the No Anesthetic, which is unbelievable, because I overspent on No Anesthetic. I spent so much money on it, No Anesthetic. It was not even funny, but it's like I spent like maybe close to $800 for No Anesthetic, so coming very close to, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to break even necessarily, because when you actually think about how much it cost me to make that book, the price keeps going up, because I keep remembering, oh, I had to do this, and oh, I had to do that, and oh, I scrapped that idea, and I scrapped this idea, so like, I mean, honestly, it should have cost me around $300 to produce that book, and then I would be breaking even right now, but I digress. Yeah, writing is going well, and reading is going well. I've also been editing a little bit here and there. I've been editing Space Waste, which is an amazing story. I don't know how to end it, but I love it. It's like 70 pages long, which is like 24,000 words. It's going very well so far. I'm really enjoying it, but I really don't know where to go with it. I forgot. I had notes for this story and like plots and twists and turns and ideas and notes, but I lost it. So, I'm working on an old document and I'm reworking it as I go. I'm rereading it and reworking it as I go. And it's going well. I'm on like page, so just to give you an idea, there's 73 pages. I am on like 15 or 16. So yeah, it's going well so far. I'm starting to remember how certain characters acted, and I think I'm seeing errors, and I'm deleting a lot of paragraphs. You know how they talk about killing off your lovelies or whatever they say. What the saying is. I've been doing that. So, or darlings. I forget what the quote is, but yeah. It's been fun. Reworking it because I really like reworking my work. It's like I can see the errors I make and I can fix them before I send them to my editor, and my editor thinks I'm absolutely dumb. So I'm gonna do this more often. I know everyone has like rough drafts and first drafts and fourth drafts, but I personally don't really do too many drafts. But now I think I might do more and more drafts, depending on how long the work is. Because if it's like a 400-page novel, there's no way I'm reworking that son of a bitch like 4 times. So, But I'll never have a book that's 400 pages long. I just won't. I'm not John Comynally, I'm not Stephen King. So I'd say John Comynally because John Wayne recently published Cadillac Man, and that's 402 pages. So that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to releasing the Chilean Centipede soon. And then you have Chilean Centipede, and my short story collection is almost done. I think I'm going to add a few more short stories to it before I plan a release date. But the Chilean Centipede should come out in February. Then hopefully I will have the short story collection and my novella Space Waste done by then. I also have 9 Lives that I've been working on. Well, in the past I've been working on it. Haven't been working on it lately, even though it is like the conditions of the book is what it looks like outside right now. So I am thinking about maybe shifting my book to a different time of the year, maybe. But honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. But it's a lot to think about, changing the setting, or the time of the setting. And I don't know if I'll do that. But it starts off in, like, winter break, So it's a really fun story. It's a slasher story. And it's, like, in the same name or vein as Brian G. Barry's books. If you haven't read his Slasherback series, I highly recommend it. Bloodlands is amazing. I started Thanksgiving Day Massacre, which is pretty good. So I highly recommend his work. I'm on like chapter 4 of Thanksgiving Day Massacre, and I really want to jump back into it one day because it's a really good book. Brian G. Barry's work is awesome, guys. So, yeah. And Tony Evans, I do have a review of him on my channel, but I wouldn't recommend watching the review because I was a little harsh on him. And honestly, he didn't deserve me being harsh to him like that. But yeah, where am I going with this? Tony Evans is a great writer. I mean, I've never written a novel, and he has. So he's already better than me. So anyone who writes a novel is better than me because I've never written one before. Until I write a novel, I can't say I'm better than people who have. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, really digging Tony Evans' writing. I did start the first story in this collection, which is called. Hold on. I'm trying to get the bookmark out of the way. A Bedtime Story. So, yeah, it looks it's a good looking book. So I can't wait to start this. And look at this dang cover. That dang cover is so impressive. It's immaculate. Let me see who did the cover art for this. A.A. Medina, Fabled Beast Design. Awesome. This is awesome. And I cannot wait to read this book. You know, I was going to read Tony Evans' book at the same time as I read Aftershock. Like, I'd read a chapter of Aftershock, then a short story in Tony Evans' collection. But I think a lot of his short stories in this collection are going to be a little longer than I expect, like maybe novelettes. Like, you know how I release my novelettes on their own? Well, he probably put a bunch of novelettes in a short story collection, and so I might not be able to do that back and forth is what happened. So I'm just gonna finish Aftershock, and then I'm gonna start on Tony Evans so I can give it all my attention. So yeah, but I am in the mood for science fiction horror. So if you got any recommendations for sci-fi horror, let me know in the comments below. I know this video is going on a little longer than expected. I apologize, but where should I end this video? Honestly, I don't know. I hope you guys are having a great day. My days have been really rough, you know, with the loss of my dog and stuff, and there's other drama going around. But you know, it's been a good year regardless. I have so many anthologies for my publishing company coming out this year, and I'm really looking forward to releasing them. I'm gonna be honest with you, this upcoming anthology, Cosmic Horror Anthology, we have 2 of them coming out, and both of them have the stories for them. I didn't really read too many of the Cosmic Horror stories in the Cosmic Horror Anthology because, you know, I wasn't really in the mood for Cosmic Horror, and every time I read a story, it was like, absolute no, you know? It was like, this isn't gonna make it. So I got worn out, and eventually I let the editor choose some stories, and she came up with a good collection. I read a little bit of each one, and they're awesome. So yeah. And then Cryptid Carnage is another one that we're working on. Cryptid Carnage and The Hunger of Old Stars should be out later this, or not too far along will they come out. Like, I think we're expecting, I don't remember when we're expecting The Hunger of Old Stars to release. Maybe in March. I'm not really sure, but you know, hoping Cryptid Carnage can come out around the summertime, you know, or even earlier than that. I don't know. Me and my editor are gonna plan this all together soon. So, you know, once we plan it, I'll have an idea. So, yeah. But anyways, that's it for me. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.